So guys, real quick, I just want to make a quick little note or observance on the elections that just happened in Nigeria now. Look, don't come for me, okay? This is just my little 5 cents worth, all right? So, my Nigerian brothers and sisters out there, don't be coming for me. I'm just saying something. I'm just putting my opinion out there. Don't take it so personally. So, what we've seen so far is that I'm not sure. I think it's called the APC, the old ruling party has won, and yeah, people are upset. Hey, politics, dirty game, y'all, dirty game. But you know what it brought to mind? Africans, I don't know, you guys, why don't we want to learn? Why do we not want to learn? Why is it that we keep on choosing these, and this is no offense, please, I'm not saying this to disrespect old people or, to cause any misfeeling with anyone or whatever, but why is it that we don't want to learn? Our problem is that we're raised to believe, and correctly so, we are raised to believe that adults are always right and we have to respect our elders and, we treat our elders like demigods, The thing we fail to ask ourselves is, are they always right? What has our history proved? What has our history told us about this? Look at the presidents that we apparently elect. I don't know. But it's all old men, okay, who grab millions and billions and billions and billions and stash it away overseas in all these offshore accounts for themselves and their families. I mean, how much money can you really use? Guys, look at our history. And not just Nigeria, not just West Africa, the whole of Africa. Why do we choose these greedy old men who are not even fit to do the job to rule us? Because he's old and therefore knows better? That's not automatically true. And I'm not saying it to disrespect the elderly. I have great respect for the elderly. But look at what happened in Nigeria, for example. Here you have a candidate who wants to come in, right, who is far younger, far better educated, has his own money already, and has, his role is he's a Christian and his running partner is a Muslim. And Nigeria is not just a Muslim country. You have Christians, you have Muslims, you have, I don't know what they call themselves, nature lovers, atheists, traditionalists, pagans, whatever. You have a whole mix of people. Surely you should be choosing a president who represents the majority of the country and not only a particular section of the country. Haven't you learned from the past that choosing a Muslim party doesn't represent the full country? This man who was trying to run this Pete Obi, is he not far younger? Is he not far more educated? Is he not better placed to rule the country? I thought that Nigeria was made mostly of, I heard something about 60-something% of the people in Nigeria now are the youth. They're under the age of 35, and there are millions and millions and millions. It's the most populous country in Africa right now as we speak. So surely you should get somebody who represents the majority of the nation, which is the youth. And that man is far more youthly than the outgoing / incoming incumbent. I don't understand Africans. I don't understand how you people think. I don't know why we obey our tribalist, attitude so much. Because to me, from what I am seeing, and I know some of y'all are going to say, oh, she's just biased because those are her folks. And just because I married a Nigerian doesn't mean I am Nigerian, okay? But I'm just telling you my little bit of 5 cents worth because of what I have seen, regardless of what I've been told by my spouse or whoever else. I mean, to me, this is just logic. It's pure and simple logic. I don't see why you're choosing somebody who's old and apparently very, very ill. I mean, I've seen so many jokes made about him, in the media and in social media and in the newspapers and stuff about his ill health and how he forgets things in public. And I don't know whether he suffers from dementia or Alzheimer's or something. And isn't he like 85 years old? Why would you want someone who's that old to rule you? Even in the States, for heaven's sake, not just Africa. Look at Joe Biden. I mean, how old is that dude? How long is he going to last in that office? The office of a president, ideally speaking, is made for somebody who is young and virile and fit and physically strong enough to handle the responsibilities, and who is more in touch with the youth of the country, because the youth is the future, as everybody knows. It's the youth that's going to carry the country forward. So why are you choosing somebody who's sick and who's basically on his last legs? Huh? And how much has he really done for you guys? I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. That's my 5 cents worth. We Africans have a big problem. We need to really look at our leadership and how we choose people to lead us and for what reasons we choose these specific people to lead us. I think we need to throw away this idea of tribalism. We need to throw away this idea of, oh, well, because they are old, they therefore know better than us. No, it's not always true, guys. Look, for example, if our ancestors were cannibals and used to make virgin sacrifices, was that right? Is that good for us? You can't go around in this day and age saying that, oh, my ancestors did it, so therefore it's good for me. No, not everything that they did was right. Not everything that they did was good. Not everything that they did pushed the country forward. If anything, spiritually speaking, it pushed us as a people backwards. Way, way, way backwards. Look at our own people who sold some of their own brethren and sistren into the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade. It was our own people who did that. We sold our own people. And these were some of what our ancestors did. So we have the same kind of mindset today. Like, we're selling ourselves down the river when it comes to politics, when it comes to the kind of parties that we choose, when it comes to the kind of people that we choose to lead us. And on that note, a friend of mine, Nee, if you're watching this wherever you are, I miss you, bro. Hit me up. A friend of mine called Nee once told me, we were talking about slavery and stuff, and he once told me, like, yo, my mom said some of those niggas needed to be sold, So we had a good laugh over it, but that's deviating from the topic. Guys, the same kind of mentality, how you can sell your own people down the river, these are the same kind of people we're choosing into our leadership today. Look at how our leaders are selling us out to China because they want to line their own pockets and enrich themselves. What good does it do you, the youth? What good does it do Africa as a whole? What good does it do your country to choose these greedy, money-hungry, selfish, old people to lead us? We need to change our mindset, Africans. We need to catch a wake up, a serious wake up. We are so asleep. We keep on shooting ourselves in the foot. We keep on cutting off our noses to spite our faces because we don't want to learn. Oh no, this one is from my tribe and he's rich and he's built 2 or 3 roads, so I'll choose him. I don't want anyone from that tribe because, oh, they're just greedy and they're going to steal more. How do you know that? Why don't you give the person the benefit of the doubt? Allow them to lead the country for a while and let them prove themselves. Let them make themselves fall by stealing more than the previous person. Man, it's tiring. It is super, super tiring. I just think, sorry to say, but I really personally feel that this whole fracas with the whole Nigerian election that's just gone off now, man, what a mess. I think y'all made a big, big, big mistake. I don't know how it happened. Don't know whether it was right or wrong or whether there was a lot of cheating going on with the counting of the ballots and stuff. But you guys there's a reason you guys are called the giants of Africa. You are the most populous nation in Africa. That is why you are called the giants. Look at the resources that you have. Your people in and of themselves are a great resource, not only to Nigeria, but to the rest of Africa. Aren't you making too many mistakes? Don't you want to move forward? You should be leading. But the decisions that we make, the choices that we make, always, always, always reflect back on us and reflect back on our youth. This is one of the reasons why the Bible says the sins of the father are visited upon the son even until the 7th generation. Think about it. The sins of the father are visited upon the son even until the 7th generation. Think about what I just said. We are suffering for some of the things that our ancestors did. All those people who sold their brothers and sisters into slavery. All those people who were cannibals, who were doing virgin sacrifices, who were believing in a bunch of juju and nonsense. We're suffering spiritually for that. We're paying for their sins. And this is not even the 7th generation. This is like the 28th, 29th, 31st generation. We're still suffering for what our ancestors did. And we still don't want to learn. We still don't want to wake up and open our eyes and change things by force. For ourselves, for our children, for our children's children's children. We're doing the same thing, repeating the same mistakes. When are we going to learn? When are we going to learn? What a pity. Anyway, be good, y'all. Or whatever it is you're doing, be good at it. Chat soon. Bye for now.